Are you a DIYer, or are you just a secret plumbing enthusiast who loves watching these videos? Either one is okay with me. I like to watch and learn from videos too. So sit back and relax and watch me change this faucet. As you can see, it's got a drip. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get parts for it. So there's a few issues with it. The hose underneath, I'm going to show you that when I pull this out. It's on the cusp of springing a leak. This goes for any kitchen faucet. It doesn't matter if you've got 1-hole or a 3-hole sink. This faucet that I'm about to put in, the Moe & Adler, will work with any kitchen sink. So let's get started on this. So here we are down under the sink. We're going to shut the water off. This is for a filter, so the shut off for the cold is right back here. Okay, and if you're in doubt where your shut off is, you can just turn off your whole house too. And then the hot is here. This is what I was talking about with the hose for that faucet. You can see it's not in too great a shape, right where this weight is. Okay, so we got the water off. And you can see I've got a soap dispenser up there too, so I'm gonna undo that and get it out of the way. So I'm just gonna pull this up where you would fill it. Put that in the sink. Now I'm just gonna undo the container. Now I'm going to undo the cold and the hot water lines from the faucet. So I'll use a backup wrench on here. And I'm just gonna loosen that off. There might be a few drips of water, so if you want to put a towel down, you could. Okay, so we got the hot and the cold water lines undone. We're gonna take these right off the valves too, because the new faucet comes with lines attached already, so we don't need these anymore. So I got the cold loosened off. There we go. That out of there. And here's the hot. I'm just using my hand, but you could use a backup wrench on here. I've got a firm enough grip on there where I got this loose. Let's spin that off of there. Okay, so there's our hot and cold lines that we don't need. Before we remove the faucet itself, we're going to remove this hose here because it's in the way up where you need to undo the faucet. So we just take a Phillips screwdriver. We're gonna undo this weight. Just pops off of there. You can see what I mean about this hose being on the cusp of springing a leak. Okay, now that we got the weight off of there, I can either undo this up at the faucet or I can just cut this. Because this is getting thrown out, I'm just gonna cut it here. And I do have a container here because this is going to drip a bit. Okay, you can see this is our nut right here to undo. You can use a crescent wrench, but it's going to be easier for me with a basin wrench because this is a pretty deep sink. So we're going to get this basin wrench up here. Get that around, push that together, and there we go. It's a very awkward spot. Okay, get that by press by hand. It's a very long thread on this.
Okay, give that a squeeze to get it all together so it comes out.
There we go. All right, that's the hard part done. Now the easier part, putting in the new one. Sometimes the old ones come out easy and sometimes they're very difficult. So until you get started on your own, you're not gonna know. Sometimes they might look easy and then they end up being really difficult to get out. But it's just the way it is. Let's get this new one in. I've got this cleaned up there and all dried up underneath. Okay, so I'm gonna get this all unpacked and then I'll show you. Just to show you the difference, this is the old sprayer end from the old faucet, and the new one is much smaller and sleeker, and it's got the small switch on here to go from spray to stream, so this is nice. There's the hose for that sprayer, and then you can see that the water lines are built on, and they even marked them. This is marked hot. You don't have to worry about these connections in here at all. Now here's our sprayer end, like I said, and on this end here you've got a plastic cap that stays on until it goes through the faucet. Okay, but we're gonna wait to feed that through until we have the faucet installed so that this isn't in the way underneath. Okay, the faucet comes with this plate in case you have more than the one hole. That way this will cover up any other holes, but we don't need this because we just have the one hole. Okay, so now we simply just want to take this gasket. There's a little lip inside here that goes on facing upwards. So we just want to feed the hot and cold through. So feed all that through right up to the base. There's the washer. You can see that just sits up in there to seal that off. We're going to take these lines, we're going to feed them down through. Just like that. You can see on here it says Moen on the front. In this case here, it's going to interfere with our soap dispenser. That's why it was like this before. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put it like this today.
So I've got this washer bracket here now. That's just gonna go up first. You can see there's space for the water lines. And then I got the nut that goes on the end. And we're gonna do that up. Sometimes it helps if you can have someone above you holding the faucet straight for you, but you can do it on your own if you need to. That just fits up over, and it makes it a lot easier to do that up. So we're just going to do that up until it gets snug. Okay. Now I'm just going to go up and make sure everything's straight and come back and snug that up.
If you have long enough arms, you can grab onto this, and I'm reaching down underneath now with that tool and I'm giving it one final snug up by hand just to make sure it's good and snug. So now this isn't moving anywhere, it's nice and solid. Take that end with the plastic cap and we just want to feed it through, right through here. Now there's the yellow piece of tape here, that's where your weight goes. Feed that all the way through till we get to here. Now we simply want to take our spray end here. You don't need any Teflon tape, you don't need any sealant. There's already seals on here. So we just want to take that, thread it right in here, being careful not to cross thread it. Just go slowly until you know that it's going in properly. You can take a little crescent wrench and put it on there and give it a little snug, but you don't really need to do that. You can do that just with your hand, okay? And that just goes up in there. And once that weight is on down below, this will just go right back up like that.
So once that's through, we want to remove this little cap. Find our other end right here. Okay, we want to take that now. We're going to take it and push up in here. Push until you hear a click. There you go. Now give it a tug. That's not coming out. If you want to remove this, you just press the button, comes out. That's it. Okay, so now we've got our hot and cold water lines. Like I said earlier, the hot is marked. This is our hot on the left here. So the weight's gonna go here. This needs to be able to move up and down freely. Okay, so you need to think about that when you're doing up your water lines. I'm just gonna take it and curl it around because it's extra long and good hook straight on. Again, you don't need any Teflon tape or sealant. This is a compression fitting. So I'm gonna put a backup wrench on here and I'm going to tighten this up. To turn this handle back a little bit. I'm gonna tighten that up. Doesn't have to be super tight, just snug it up. That's good. Same thing with the cold. Make sure it's not going to interfere with this hose that's going to be moving. I'm going to curl that around, and this one's tough to get on video, but the shutoff is in behind here, so I'm just doing that up. And I'm going to get that tightened up, and then we'll get the weight on this hose and try it out. So the hot and the cold are both tightened up. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn the water on before I put the weight on here. This way, while I'm putting the weight on, I'll be able to see if there's any leaks. Now we're going to turn the cold on. This is the easiest part of all. This is the weight. There's no screws like on the one I took off. You just open this up here. There's a little spacer in here. That's garbage. And then it just clips on. So we're gonna find that yellow tape, put that right there in the center, and we're just gonna squeeze that until it clicks. And now that's on. So that hangs there. So we wanna make sure our water line's here. Like I was saying before, we wanna have those out of the way so that this can go up and down freely. You can see that already pulled this back where it's supposed to go. Okay, soap dispenser's back in place. Faucet is done, check for leaks. We're all good there. Let's give it a try. Looks good so far. Try the spray. Back to the regular stream. Back up. All right, looks good. You get the odd drip afterwards, but that's just because there's some water left in there. Faucets aren't the easiest thing to DIY, just because they're awkward underneath, especially getting an old faucet out. It can be challenging sometimes. I hope if you're attempting to change out a faucet yourself that it turns out as well as this did. If this video helped you at all, if you could give it a like, hit that thumbs up button, that would be great. It just helps the video reach more people. And if you like these kind of DIY videos, you can always check out this one up here in the corner and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'd like to just take this opportunity to say thank you to all of my subscribers. I just hit 20,000 subscribers, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you. So thank you very much for supporting the channel. All right, don't forget to check out this video up here. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.